The old house stood on a hill, its windows like vacant eyes staring out at the world. Elara didn't like it, not one bit. It's an adventure, her father had said, but Elara felt a shiver crawl up her spine every time she looked at its shadowed porch. Inside, the house groaned and sighed with every breeze. Dust motes danced in the slivers of sunlight that pierced the heavy curtains. Elara tried to make her new room feel like home, arranging her books and toys, but she couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. One evening, as the shadows grew long and twisted, Elara heard it for the first time. A faint whisper, like dry leaves rustling, coming from the hallway. "Hello," she called out, her voice small in the vast silence. Only the house answered, with another creak and a sigh. Her parents were always busy, unpacking boxes, painting walls. "It's just the old house settling, dear," her mother would say, patting Ilara's head. But Elara knew it wasn't just the house. Her favorite doll, once on her bed, was now sitting on the tall wardrobe, its button eyes staring down. The whispers grew bolder, sometimes sounding like a child's mournful hum, sometimes like a distant, sorrowful sigh. They always seemed to drift from upstairs, from the locked attic door that her father had warned her never to open. One stormy night, the wind howled like a hungry beast, rattling the windows. A particularly loud crash from upstairs made Elara jump. She knew her parents were asleep. The whispers were calling her, clearer now, beckoning her towards the attic. Her heart pounded like a drum against her ribs, but a strange curiosity pulled her from her bed. Step by careful step, she crept up the creaking stairs, the whispers growing louder with each footfall, weaving a chilling melody in the dark. The attic door, once firmly locked, now stood ajar, a sliver of darkness inviting her in. A cold draft brushed against her face, carrying with it the scent of old wood and something else, something sweet and sad. She pushed the door open wider. Inside, moonlight streamed through a dusty window, illuminating a single, small rocking chair in the center of the room. It rocked gently, back and forth, as if someone had just left it, or was still there. And then, from the shadows in the corner, a tiny faded teddy bear, identical to her own, slowly raised its paw and waved. The whispers turned into a soft, sorrowful giggle that echoed through the empty space, wrapping around Elara like an icy embrace.